All right, how do I find sellers? Well, right now we're doing a 7-day lead challenge, and it's to start getting those leads flowing in. I teach 7 different ways to find sellers. Getting the button, if you get the book bundle, it's got a button in it, and you'll collect sellers from there. You can look in the newspaper, Craigslist, Zillow. You can mail yellow letters. You can do bandit signs. You can drive for dollars. You can do tax sales. You can talk to probate people. Maybe I have 9 or 10 different ways. There's lots of ways to find sellers, and we don't have enough time in the day to cover all of that today. But we will get through all of it eventually. Now, do I need a CRM? No. Jason, you want to handle this one?
Yeah, I don't initially, no. You know, if you eventually, you know, get to the point where you want to put a business on autopilot and you want to grow to the point where this becomes a well-oiled machine and you're going to hire an army of people that are sitting there, you're going to have a team of VAs that are going to man your phones that you have personally trained, then absolutely. But, you know, I did a video the other day that said, you know, one of the first things I did when I decided I wanted to get in real estate was, you know, I set up a company and I got business cards and I got a website. And I told you I thought in my mind I should have been focusing that attention on, you know, finding sellers and stuff. One of the other biggest mistakes that I made is I wanted to grow really fast. So I decided that I was going to drop not 50, not 100 yellow letters. Why don't we go big or go home, baby? I'm going to do 1,000. So we dropped 1,000 yellow letters in the mail at one time. And I couldn't answer all the calls. So we had anticipated that it might be a little bit more volume than we thought. You know, we had a special Google phone number set up, you know, so that we could track which ones were coming from the yellow letters, you know, things like that. But we weren't able to really train the VAs. So they were taking down very, very basic information. And if a seller's motivated and they call a number back, they want to speak to somebody that knows at least a little bit. I mean, they don't have to be you, but they need to be able to speak the language and at least kind of outline the process that you would go through. You know, not just take a name and number and call back. That didn't work out very well. So, you know, my advice is don't try to get, you know, as my grandma would say, don't get too big for your britches. You know, start small.
We're real Southern.
Start small and, you know, learn to do this yourself. You know, even if you eventually start to outsource some of this stuff to third parties and things like that, you're going to need to know how it works and you're going to need to know how to do it. So don't skip that. You need to talk to all of your seller leads in the beginning. It's going to teach you the process. You're going to educate yourself. And then if the point in time does come, you want to turn it over to somebody else, you'll know how to train them.
The other thing is I have a problem with the CRM in the beginning because you're trying to learn a whole bunch of stuff. And the last thing I want to do is bog you down in some technology that you don't understand. When you get the book bundle or you sign up for a group coaching, I'll send you lead sheets, okay? I'll send you stuff so that you can put a pen to paper because we all know how to fill out this form. All right. And guys, when I started, I went through a lot of lead sheets. All right. These are all no's. These are all no's. All right. Talked to a bunch of sellers. I filled out a lot of lead sheets. I got a bunch of no's. And I still have this sitting around. We went through here the other day and decided we should call back on some of these. I'm just not a techie kind of person. I also included in the group coaching. So I've got this lead sheet, and this was my original lead sheet. I do not like this one. I've gone through 2 other versions now. But on this lead sheet, the new one that I developed has an Excel sheet that goes with it. So even if you do want a CRM, but you don't want to get some fancy thing or whatever, but you want to log it, like Jason likes Excel. So what I have is the lead sheet is in a PDF. You can print it, or I'm going to mail you a couple. But you can also have Excel. And if you want to start tracking stuff in a CRM-like program, I would suggest starting with Excel.